Hello, I'm David Rivera, and this is my 2011 Hyundai Genesis Grand Touring. First of all, these are the carbon fiber hood. I have a custom-made headlights right here. I have some carbon fiber bezels, grill, and some fat Continental wheels, the Brembros and all that. I have a list. Let me bring it up real quick. So the BIS AMS carbon fiber hood, trunk, and a G4 Works carbon fiber rear diffuser, as well as a engine cap back exhaust. Spec D tail lights, and just other than that, just very big wide tires, 285s in the rear, 10 and a half for the fitment, and 245s in the front.
And who made these?
Coupe DIY.
Cool.
On Instagram. Ugh. She's crusty looking. She's very, very crusty, but all I have that's done, the hood leash or engine leash right here, and then normal cold air intake. It's not the true cold air intake, but it works for me until I start doing more engine mods. Until then, she's staying like this for a little bit longer, maybe through the winter, and then engine mods. So just this for right now. Maybe some more carbon fiber for the fuse box and the other fuse box over here. The RS300 or 3800 will also be carbon fiber, as well as new manifold riser as well. So those are gonna be first things that I'll be doing to the engine bay. So first things first, just got two 10-inch JL audio subwoofers, and all I gotta say is they're deep and they hit hard. Well, the first thing that I have done for the interior is the custom carbon fiber steering wheel and the shift knob. There is not much to do on the interior, but I will have a full carbon fiber dash, maybe cluster, as well as changing the seats, door cards, and just everything trying to get carbon fiber, because I am a carbon fiber whore.
What who's the wheel from? The steering wheel?
Works as well. So first, I've always seen them, but never really thought that they were a Hyundai or even just a Hyundai Genesis Coupe, a mix between the two brands. But first, I've always just seen them driving around town, and they all have always caught my eye because of how their body style and very wide rear end and hips. But I never really was able to get up and close and personal until I saw my car, which was at a dealership. And after I was looking at it, and what caught my eye at first was the Brembo brakes, which I didn't realize, could come stock on a normal car, because I had just now started getting big or starting to get into the car genre and looking to buy my first car, which is a Genesis Coupe. But I noticed that it had Brembo brakes, and I was like, ooh, that's a buy right there. And then I took it for a test drive, and I said, I think I love this car. Very touchy brakes. I was like, I like this. Handles very nice for it being a stock car. At first, there wasn't really any inspiration, because I was looking on Instagram and I started following a lot of people that had other Genesis Coupes at first, here in Denver at first, like Carlton, Majestic Genesis. I found him, he was like one of the first OGs that I found that had a Genesis Coupe that was modding it, and it looked super well done. Shout out to that guy, amazing. Even joining like 5 or 6 different Facebook groups just for Genesis Coupe owners, even just for my year of Genesis Coupe, or just BK1s and BK2s in general. So that's how I started finding the inspiration and the knowledge of how to get the parts, the websites, you know, start putting them on myself and building my own car. First off, it will be new cold air intake, because that one's dusty, and you know, a whole new engine bay refresh, because engine bay needs to be worked on. So like carbon fiber parts that I said earlier, the ECU or the box, can't remember the name now, but first that I'll be changing that stuff out. The manifold riser, which I have, just very lazy and haven't put it on, I'll be doing that. Gonna paint the manifold different color, or even just keep it black, I don't know, haven't thought about it too much. Probably stuff like that. Obviously ported and throttle, or the ported throttle body, and same with the manifold, to definitely do that. Cosmetically, I'll probably just do the M&S side skirts, maybe a carbon fiber lip for the side skirts as well. Definitely like carbon fiber lip for the front bumper, because it's a little basic up in front besides everything else, but the lip, I'll do the lip as well. Carbon fiber interiors, like I've said before, that's stuff. Other than that, that's just like all cosmetic stuff. I'll go full bolt on for the engine performance. Maybe next year or the year after, I'll go full turbo, full sand, maybe fully build the motor. We'll see. I want to go like, hey, this is nice daily race car, turbo, you know, nice sounding, 3.8. It's a lot. I have a engine, catback exhaust, the 1356, the VIS AMS carbon fiber racing hood and trunk, 1100 for the hood and 12 for the trunk, the G4 Works steering wheel, which was 800, but after shipping and taxes, which probably would have been like around 200, so about 1,000 for that. The diffuser was 850, which I got on sale, but after taxes and shipping, that was also about 1,000. The Boost Tech carbon fiber fog light bezels, which I regret getting because they were quality. It's okay, but to put them on is terrible because they don't have like any pre-cut holes. You'd kind of just shove them in there and drill, you know, screws in, and that was horrible. That was about 400. The headlights, I had them done by Coupe DIY. They're custom, about 1,000. Even after shipping. The Specty taillights, 400. Different shift knob, about 40. The wheels and tires from Fitment Industries were about 3,000. 19 by 9.5, plus 15 with 245 tires, and then rear are 19 by 10, which I think I said 10.5 earlier, so ignore that. Plus 12 with 285 with tires, and total is 10,200. It's 10,200, but that doesn't include maintenance. So I've spent roughly about 6,000 doing maintenance with the chain, the timing chain, normal engine oil, the brake fluids, power steering. So that's about, in total, 16,000, probably about 17,000 that I'm into my car. Definitely I would change the Boost Tech carbon fiber bezels because, like I said, fitment is kind of bad. Maybe I'd probably get the wheels and tires first because that was like one of my last mods that I did, and it really made the car come together. But I think if I did that first and then slowly add on the hood, the trunk, the headlights, it may have looked and seemed better at first than, you know, it would have then, rather than I had put on the wheels last. I would do it again because it was amazing. I've pretty much done almost everything myself besides maintenance, because I'm not a maintenance kind of guy, even though engine oil is easy, but I just don't have the space. And I don't want to say time, I have the time, but I just don't have the space for all the tools and stuff. But I would do it again. I think if there was only like a few other things that I could change, you may be able to notice it in the video. I have a ding on the driver's side, or sorry, passenger side door, and the hail damage. I'd probably maybe see about getting those fixed because they're an eyesore. Obviously, it's just cosmetic stuff, but I don't mind it. But people are like, oh, I don't notice it, but I'm like, I do. It's just one of those because it's my car, but maybe getting those fixed first and then going into cosmetic stuff. But other than that, I think I would make my Genesis Coupe again. First question, it is definitely underrated because it is obviously not a crowd favorite, just like a 370 or even 350. For the price, I think it's definitely a good basic starting sports car, just like a Toyota 86 with just, you know, a little bit more power, you know. I think the aftermarket support may not be as big as such, but I think the car as a whole is a lot set to a different standard than said the Toyota or even a Subaru. May not be build quality wise, but I think from me daily driving it every single day, that to and from work, even into winter when I'm, you know, cruising down the street, being a snowplow, it's been nothing but reliable. Besides, like when the fuel pump went out on me, but even then, that's just a daily, you know, maintenance kind of thing, and I did that myself. So I think it's definitely underrated, and I think that if I can change that, I definitely will, to bring more attention to the Genesis Coupe community. All right, well, that's pretty much just my Genesis Coupe, what I've done to it, my thoughts on the Genesis Coupe community and my car as a whole. If you want to go ahead and follow me, the links, or i.e. my usernames, will be in the description or on the screen. But thank you for watching. Please subscribe to this man right here. He's amazing. Thank you for letting me do this video with you. It's been nothing but great. See you guys.